Hello and welcome back to the garden, everyone. It's been a bit of a while since I've done a video again. It's been April and work just goes mad in April. I've got a day off today and that means I have got some time to get in the garden and get weeding because they're growing quick. We've had some rain, and although it's not sunny at the moment, we've had some really nice sunny days. Even today it's overcast, but it's like 18-19 degrees. Perfect weed growing conditions. So without further ado, we're going to go do some weeding, and this video is going to be a bit more of an ad hoc video over the next few days before the weekend. And then my plan for the future, he says, is I'm going to do a weekly vlog, and what it's going to be is basically a little short video, probably 10 minutes long, easier for you guys to watch because I go on a bit, and basically what I've been doing in the garden. And if there's not a lot, then we'll probably just have a quick wander around and see what's been happening. Okay, so as you can see, I've made a bit of a start here, but everything is coming through. The roses are shooting lovely, the ferns have all of their gorgeous new croziers unfurling, the peonies are in full bud, the ligularia is coming through, and so is the nettles. Lots of nettles. We've still got a few hellebore flowers in the garden as well, which are looking lovely. I thought we were going to get them all destroyed by the rabbits, but we're going to weed this whole bed all the way down past the Acer, basically to the fence line here, because I popped to my local DIY outdoor supply place and I've picked up a whole bunch of small stakes and some chicken wire, and we're going to basically have a go at trying to rabbit proof it, at least along this side. Obviously I have a whole other side over here, but I don't see the rabbits coming in and out of that. Obviously I do have an unsecured gate down the bottom which the rabbits definitely come through, but we'll get around to that eventually. So first job, finish weeding this bed. Okay, and that is the flower bed all weeded, and you'll see I've been very busy. Wife and I were out here yesterday. We got these stakes all driven in. They need to go in about another 4 inches, and then they'll be in a full foot, and that should be more than enough just to keep the rabbits out. Obviously the hedge will grow through it a little bit, which will make it a bit more tricky for cutting, but that is for future me to worry about. Current me just wants the rabbits to stop, because literally within a day have dug holes in here again already. Okay, another job that has been done is the hedging down in the crop area of the paddock has all been trimmed to the height of the fence. So you can see that is the height it was, and now it is much lower. It's also being cut back down the sides, and all along the bottom has been pruned so that I can get in underneath it easier if we get any unwanted weeds. You'll also, eagle-eyed viewers, notice that this has all been scarified. There is still moss in here. I didn't want to use any chemicals down here. Been banned from the wife from using them in the crop area, so it was just a mechanical scarification to get up some of the moss. And in the main areas over here you can see it looks a bit patchy because it has actually taken out bits, but once we get some fresh grass seed in, that will soon start thickening out again, and without the rabbits in here keeping it, you know, a couple of millimeters long, it will soon start to grow back. All of the perimeter fencing for the crop areas has now been finished with the barge boards at the bottom, so that if I go along with the strimmer I will not catch the chicken wire and rip it. And it's also had the stakes put in at 1.8 meter intervals, so they're a bit more regular if I ever need to end up putting in bracings like that. Still need to put some bracings on the corner here. This was much straighter as well. Apart from that first one, they were very straight compared to what they were. And down this side again, much straighter than it was. So a job well done. We also have a gun on the end of the hose now, so that I can turn it on over there and not have to run all the way down here before it starts spewing water just on the paths. So that is the crop area ready. I don't think we're going to get around to doing the rest of the hedging. We've still got that side to do, up the end there and down there. It's just not going to happen this year, so we're going to just leave it as it is, and that will be the first job for as soon as we hit late autumn. You'll also notice that this side of the path, we tend to walk up to the gate there, that side is looking a lot less thistle heavy than this side. My wife has been out for the last week or so, kind of half an hour in the evenings, popping them all up and getting rid of them as much as we can. So that's another job that she'll be continuing on for this week, because it's looking much better that side, if you ignore the rough grass at the other end. The tree at the end of the pond, which was hanging right over to the end of the pond, my neighbour came round and gave me a hand, and we lopped it back because he keeps his side nice and trim on it, and it was leaning obviously quite a good, probably 4 meters over on my side, and we was a little concerned about the weight of it coming over and damaging the tree. So we've taken it reasonably far back. It'll probably go back further again end of this year, but obviously that opens up this pond end massively. It's going to have a lot more sun than it used to, so I need to think about what is going to go at the end of the pond here, which is not going to get in the way, because I don't think I'm going to get to do the pond this year. We've already got tadpoles or spawn in here at the moment. It's looking very, very low because we've not had any rain again, much like last year. There was frog spawn in here the other day. Whether or not it's gone or whether they've hatched, I don't know. And while I had my pruning saw and bits out for the large tree, I also gave the eucalyptus down here a good cut back because it was rocking. But as you can see, it's been about a week or so now and we've already got the first new shoots, so I may very well take this back right down low again, so it's coppiced, a bit like what George has done. I don't tend to find a need to protect these at this time of year. We're in mid-April now. The weather is dry and mild for the next few weeks, so that was a big job to get that one down. But everything else in the garden is growing along quite well, and everything in the greenhouse I'm just about keeping on top of because it is pretty full at the moment. As you can see in here, my Farmer Gracie order is all shooting away. So that's all of the bulbs down there. So that's the end of this week's vlog, and I will put out another one in a week's time with what I've been getting up with in the next 5 or 6 days. It will probably be weeding and tidying most of the rest of the area because the mushroom compost is going to be here in a few days.